Okay, let's start this class. Let's first see the old friend, okay? Yeah, which you see in the R1 about domain and range. For the domain, it's your X value. For the range, it's a Y value. Okay, so let's see here, okay? The domain and the range. Nina, I ask you this here.
Yeah.
This is showing right here. Who is a domain? What is the X value? This can go to negative infinity for the left parts. This can go to positive infinity for the right parts.
Okay.
And this point, this is open. This is closed. So this is like connected with this. Okay? And then this is open. This is closed. So your domain will from negative infinity to positive infinity. Got it?
Got it.
How about your range? Do you see this guy's Y value is
Negative.
negative infinity to who?
So 5.
Yes. So the range is from negative infinity to 5. And does this guy pass the vertical line test?
No.
Why? This is open. This is solid. If this is solid, this fail. This is open, so this pass the vertical line test. So it is a function. Got it?
Yeah.
That makes sense? Okay. Number 2. Look at this, okay? This graph, you draw this vertical line. It passed this point 2 times. So this called a failed vertical line test. So this is not a function. And your domain, your X value is starting from here, which is -7, but this is open, so you cannot make a equal. And you are coming here and you go all the way to positive infinity. This is an interval format. This is set format. You can choose to do this way. You can choose to do this way. Unless you can do either way, unless your teacher say, give me the interval format. Then you have to show me this. Or if your teacher write down, show me the set format, then you have to present this way, okay? You have to read the instruction. Otherwise, even you put it correct, but you didn't follow the instruction, you get it wrong. This is number 2. But this failed the vertical line test, so this is not a function. Number 3. I will erase my work. Go ahead, try this by yourself. Do the domain and range, and then ask yourself, is this a function? Okay. The thing we are doing here is to check if you can handle those questions. Okay. A little bit tricky. Yesterday, Thursday class, almost nobody can get that question correct. I'll see if this class we can have students get it perfect. Work on this question, please. When you see this thing, that means you will go all the way to negative infinity. When you see this thing, your x will stop at here. When you see this thing, your x will go all the way to positive infinity. Okay? Hold on. Okay. Both students get this one wrong here. So Elizabeth and Chloe, let's watch out here. Your domain are all correct. But when you do the range, you gave me close, -5. And then you put full close. So Chloe, unmute yourself, please. When you show the range like this, that means your y covers every point between here and here. But it looks like you don't have any y value. There is no value for the y. So we cannot show like this. We cannot do this. This is not allowed. So what we have to do is, first parts is from -5 to -1. And then the second part is y equals to 4. Does this make sense? Okay, I ask you guys to do this because I know students will miss this part. You might feel weird because in Algebra 1, you learn the simple linear function or the parabola opening up or opening down. But you never see the graph is broken like this, and you don't understand why they want to do this kind of crazy shape, because Algebra 2 AAC is a bridge. It's a bridge to connect for your next AP pre-calculus level so that we can introduce very complicated concept like limit, continuity stuff. So this is for our preparation for next year. So we want to be careful. The result, you cannot put -5 to 4. You have to write down this as 2 parts. Let me see. Yeah.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
yeah. Grace, yes. But Grace, you need to put this inside and put or. Okay. Makes
Okay.
sense. Samantha, yes. What's your question?
Sorry, my phone isn't working. But I did it. So I
Oh, you
just
did correct?
but
Okay. Yeah,
yeah, I
yes.
my phone, I don't know why my camera's there's something wrong. Yeah, but I finished it. I just can't send it right now because my
Oh, okay.
camera's acting.
Okay, you can send me after the class, or you can, I can call you to answer, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Next one. Let's try this number 4. Go ahead. Plug in. This is hx, this is fx, this is gx. And you want to get a 6 minus f of x minus 1 if x is -1 or 4. So you plug in this thing into this. And then you can solve this final result. That's fx. Yes, Elizabeth, very good. Who else finished? Nice. You are looking for f of x minus 1. So you do f of minus 1, negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. F of negative 2, f of negative 2 here. Oh, sorry, f of negative 2 is this one. F of negative 2 is positive 3. F of negative is positive 3. And f of 3 over here is negative 1. This question here, Samasa, let's do this number 6. Look at this. Our h is here. This is hx.
Okay.
So let's solve h of negative 5. H of negative 5 is h positive 5, right?
Positive 5, yeah.
Yes. Can you tell me who is h of 5?
So h
This
of
is h. This is h.
H of 5. Wait.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is h of 5?
Okay, so is it 2 or?
Yes, very good. Some people use this way. Say, oh, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that is open. This is closed. So we have to use this one, okay? Yeah, very good. So this is 2. You pay attention to the small details. That's nice. And then let's do the h of negative 4.
Okay.
H of negative 4.
So that's also negative 4.
Yeah, again, you get it. Very good. A lot of people miss this kind of question in the test. You know, that's what happens. Students, after the Algebra 2 honor class test, they say, so easy. And the result came out, they fail because they don't pay attention to these small things.
Okay.
So we have to be very careful. Something like that thing, something like this thing, you have to see it. You have to watch out this question. When we learn pre-calculus next year, all of this thing will come back. Okay? All of this thing will come back. Next. Let's do a composite function. Go ahead. Okay? You have kx and tx. And you are looking for k of t of 4. So you want to do that 4 first. Whoever output, put inside to solve. Julia, you have my phone number. Please send me your result, pictures, your work. Yeah, take picture and send me your work, Julia, okay? Grace, super fast and perfect. So Grace, I'll give you a challenge question now, okay? So Grace, I want you to draw a function. Listen, let me explain this question. Some students show me like this. They draw a line here. And then they draw a line here. And then they draw a line here. And they shade. They shade. No, that's not the answer. I am not asking you for this inequality, system inequality. No, I'm asking to write a function to satisfy both. I'm not asking to shading that thing. That's not what we are looking for. We are looking for a function. You draw a function curve, or you put some individual points so that all these functions satisfy all these conditions. And at the same time, it has to pass the vertical line test. Okay, try it, okay? This question looks easy, but I tell you yesterday, nobody can get this correct by themselves. There's no students get this correct by themselves. And when you finish, you send me. You can't imagine how many mistakes I can point out from your graph. When you finish number 8, send me, please. When you finish number 8, send me, and then you can work on 11 and 12. Good job, Chloe. Okay, for number 8. Yes, Elizabeth. That's good. That's good, Shirley. Yes, thank you, Julie. Yeah, Samantha, it's working. I can see your work. Thank you. That's correct. Cassie, you need to send me your work, please. So, Elizabeth, the work is almost correct, but let me show you which part has trouble, okay? You make a solid dots for the top part. So that means your y will be greater than equal than 4. So your condition is y is greater than 4. The graph you show is y is greater than equal than 4. And another problem, Elizabeth, the graph you show is x is greater than -4. The thing you show me, I don't see a equal to -4. Elizabeth, make sense? Yes, okay. Fix that to small parts. Shirley, the graph you show me, it fails the vertical line test. Shirley, look. You have a graph like that. You draw a line, it breaks the vertical line test. Yes, Shirley? Okay, you need to fix that also. Chloe, it's almost good, but you start this part from 5. That means your y is greater than equal than 5. You didn't make y greater than 4. That's not perfect yet. Nina, do your work. Send me, please. Thank you, Nina. Okay, I know. Don't how to draw the function thing is very confusing. It's very confusing. So Cassie, let's test your microphone one more time, okay? Each time I call you, I'm also scared. I don't want your microphone not working, okay? Speak. Let me hear what you say.
It works though.
Can you speak louder?
It works though.
Okay. So the way this thing works, you first draw a line. You make it solid so that you know this line can be equal. And then you draw a dash line so that you know this line you don't want to pass, okay? And you don't want to touch. So you can draw, go up to the right, which give you y is greater than 4. You draw a line like this, so your y is greater than 4. And you draw from here, but you don't make it solid. If you make this solid, this means y is less than or equal than -3. And you cannot draw a straight line. If you draw a straight line means you can cross all the way to the -infinity. So you have to draw a curve, which means it's following this vertical asymptote. Okay? You will draw a line and following this vertical asymptote. Then this thing here, you guarantee y is less than -3 and go all the way down to -infinity. But your x could equals to -4. So you have to put a dots here. You put a dots here means at x equals -4, you still have a value. Okay? At x equals -4, you still have a function value to satisfy this equal. And the other parts, you cannot make this to be solid. You have to put this open circle so that your y is greater than 4. But if you don't put points here, then you make your domain not perfectly. If you leave this open without putting these points, then your work is including x not equal to 0. But you don't have this. So you have to put the dots. But you cannot put the dots here. If you put the dots here, then this thing will fail because you have to write down y equals to 1. So you cannot put the dots here. You can put dots this, or you can put dots below. That complete your drawing. Cassie, does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, you can mute yourself. Grace, you can open your microphone, please.
Does the slope of the line on the right of the graph matter, or is it just to show that the range extends all the way and the domain extends all the way?
You ask a good question. The slope doesn't matter. You can make it like this way, this way, this way. Doesn't matter. But don't draw a vertical line. You can just draw any straight line you want. You can even draw a curved line. Okay? Did I answer your question? Grace? Okay.
Yeah.
Any question for 11? Samasa, what's your question?
So, how can you explain how to satisfy the domain again? Because I'm kind of
Domain?
confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Domain. This is the domain.
Mm-hmm.
So you draw a vertical line. You put this solid so that you remind yourself, I'm not only on the right of this guy, but also I'm able to equal to the point of -4. So when I draw these two separate pieces, I cannot make this straight because if it's straight, it's supposed to extend all the way down, which crossed. I don't want this cross. I want this follow this vertical asymptote. But if I make this follow this asymptote, this thing will never touch. If you make a curve like this, suppose that means you are never touching this line. So your function doesn't have value at x equals to -4. If you don't have this, this thing will fail. If I change this, if I say x is greater than -4, then you can make this disappear. You can make these dots disappear. Got it?
Yeah.
Did you guys play something like the puzzles? Like you have 7 pieces and you want to make it into different shape. And you see the graph is not hard, but you feel like if you touch this piece, the other part fail. If you move to the other side, this part fail. So it's harder to get a perfect one which satisfies everybody. Okay? But if you know this first one pattern, 12 is following the same thing. Try it. Do number 12 on your own paper. I already show you. I show the 11 on this screen. You use the 11, you can do your own number 12. It is not so that hard. Julie, it is almost perfect. Can you put one additional dots, solid dots, at x equals to 0? Then you will satisfy everything. The thing you draw so far, you have to change your domain. Say x is less than or equal to 2, and x not equal 0. So you want to fix that part, okay? That's a small, easy thing to fix. I really can tell you, this is a question students miss a lot of points in the quiz and the test. Because you have to make everybody happy. And by default, you have to also make the word clan test happy. So it's easy to mess up, okay? Yes, Chloe, you get it perfectly. Very good. Yes, Grace. Okay, that's very good. Yes, nice, super nice, Shirley. This is so good. Elizabeth, put Elizabeth. You want the guy here. Elizabeth, you cannot make it starting from here. You have to make it exactly at -2 and put an open circle here. And you want to put another dots there so that you don't have to worry about this thing, okay? Same thing for you, Samantha. You want to put additional dots here to satisfy. Elizabeth, look. Elizabeth, you cannot make this solid, Elizabeth. You make this solid, then your y will equals -2. You still have to put it open, and then you put a single points down. Got it? Okay.
Oh, could you explain like the single point?
Single point, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oops. Oh, I closed it. Sorry. Single point here. If I delete it, I show this. The teacher, when they grade it, they will say, true. Y is less than -2. Y is greater than 1. This gets satisfied. Vertical test also pass. And then x is less than or equal than 2. I'll check everything on this side. This is open, this is open. Do you have x not equal 0? No. You have to put a value here. You cannot make the domain missing the 0. So that's why you have to put a point here. Or you can put up, that's fine. Julia, did I answer your question?
So it doesn't like really matter
You can put
where
up,
the
you can put down, but you cannot put in the middle. You cannot put something here. Got it?
so it can be at like y equal like at like 2 as well, right?
Yeah, you can put here. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
But you cannot put between. If you put between, you will fail this part.
Okay.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another thing. So for Elizabeth and Julia, when you show me like this, in Clemens, okay? In other school, maybe your teacher is not so mean, but in Clemens, if you draw something like that, that teacher will take off your points. Don't draw something like straight, like a polygon. You want to make your drawing curved, smooth. The thing smooth or not smooth, in the next year, we will know it's very different. The thing you draw, if you have this thing, this point is called a cusp. Something cusp is like a line, sharp turn. That's called a cusp. So the curve you present cannot have a cusp. You have to draw it smoothly. Okay? Yeah. I taught you guys this year so that next year when you learn AP pre-calculus, when you draw the sine, cosine, you will not have trouble. For teacher who graded pre-calculus, if you draw a sine like this shape, no points for your graphing. Graphing is 20%. You draw this way, 20% off. You have to show your graph smooth, without cusp, without those sharp turns. But this is straight, that's okay. This one cannot. You might wonder what kind of function can make you follow this vertical line as an asymptote. Look. Algebra 1, we learn what's going on with my, okay. Algebra 1. Algebra 1, we learn those hold on. What's going on with this? Linear function cannot follow a vertical line, asymptote. The parabola doesn't have a vertical line asymptote either. Another function you learn in Algebra 1 is exponential. Example, like 2 to the power x. This is a exponential. This one has a horizontal asymptote. But if you shift this up by 5, then the horizontal will also shift up. You think this left can touch? No. No matter how many negative number you go all the way to the left, it's never touching. It's called negative infinity. 2 to the power negative infinity is still positive. 2 to the power negative infinity. For example, if you do 2 to the power negative 100, this is 1 over 2 to the power 100. 2 to the power 100 is a huge number, but it's still positive. 1 over a huge number is close to 0, but still positive. So the horizontal asymptote here doesn't cross. So what kind of graph give you a vertical asymptote? It is an inverse function of this. That's called logarithm. I don't think any of you have learned logarithm yet. So it's called a log. We do this. This log function is going to have this vertical asymptote. It never ever can touch the y-axis, cannot cross the y-axis, okay? So if you wonder what kind of function can have this vertical asymptote, you can use a log function. And then number 13, go ahead. Hopefully this time, everybody, based on the lessons you learned, you can get this third one by yourself correct. Go ahead, do it. Nina, you need to send me your work. Yes, Nina. Oh, Nina, you have to fill one more point, okay? It's almost good. You fill one more point so that this thing gets satisfied. If you don't fill one more point, you only have this. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Elizabeth, very good. You got it. Yes. Chloe, yes, you pay attention for everything. Yeah, Shirley. Very good. Sideways. Yeah, Grace, if possible, print out the worksheets before the class so that you can easily draw it, okay? Now, I want to go to today's most important parts. I will call students to do this with me together, okay? This part, yesterday, so many students, I think more than half the students don't understand yesterday, okay? The some smart kids immediately got it. So you have to pay attention. This part, previously, you have a y equals to kx plus b. Change y to x, x to y. Solve the y, get the inverse. So easy. Because those graphs either go up or go down. It is one x value to to 1y value. For those 1x to 1y, this is a monotone. Either simply just go up or simply go down. This is monotone. That's easy to solve for the inverse. For the absolute value or parabola, this is not monotone. This is go down, go up, go down, go up. For solving this guy's inverse, we have to pay attention with the correct restriction, which is so easy to mess up. Okay, let me call student to do with me together. Julia, let's do this one. We write the fx as y, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then we change y to x, x to y. Go ahead, switch, please.
Could you say that again?
We change y to x,
Mm-hmm.
x to y. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then we cannot take this away until we know the guy inside is positive or negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we will say y plus 6 is greater than equal than 0. When the guy here is greater than equal than 0, then our x will equals how much? If this is greater than equal than 0,
Negative y.
mm-hmm,
Negative y plus 6.
negative parentheses, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we want to solve the y. So we give the negative to the left. So negative x equals y plus 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
And then solve the y. Go ahead. Y will be?
Y equals negative x minus 6.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That is our inverse function. But we cannot say this guy is original, this is the inverse, because this guy is true when the y plus 6 is greater than equal than 0. If this is not true, then this will not be true. So you don't get this result. So you have to put the restriction. So you will drag this one down here. When we solve the inverse, everybody pay attention, okay? This is a very confusing part. When you switch the y to x to solve your inverse, you make y plus 6 greater than equal than 0. That guy, for the original function, this y is this guy's x. So you should copy down the original function. And then this y is greater than negative 6 is this original guy's x is greater than equal than negative 6. And then for this condition, you have the inverse of this. Confusing, yeah? I can tell everybody's eyes is like, looks bad. Yeah, that's Algebra 2 honor class. Algebra 2 regular, you don't need to struggle on this thing at all. Algebra 2 regular is learning fake math, okay? It's learning Algebra 1. It's not learning anything Algebra 2.
So for this one, basically you assume that y is equal to x, or
Hold on. Let me show you something this. Okay, everybody look. We will also learn this thing very soon in Algebra 2 AC. We need to Algebra 1, we didn't learn how to solve the inverse function for a quadratic. Algebra 2, we will learn this. So this guy is opening down like this, right? Julia.
Yes.
The original function and the inverse function has to be reflected over the y equals x. So this guy, inverse function, suppose if you do this as a mirror, the image is like this, correct? But you cannot say this guy's inverse is that. Look, that guy and that guy are not inverse. This and this is the inverse to each other. This and this are the inverse to each other. So you have to put into two different scenarios to talk about it. You cannot directly write down this thing and then write down that thing. You have to put this into two separate parts. Same thing for your inverse function of absolute value. You get that thing, you have to first say your x is greater than, equal than 4. Then you will have this guy. And then you have the second part, say x is less than, equal than 4. Then you will have that guy. You have to put this into two different scenarios. Make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
You will do the question, then you will feel much better. Let me call another student. Shirley. Julie, finish this first part, and then you do the second part, okay? This guy, we get up to here. Then we want to solve this. Y plus 6 greater than, equal than 0, you can solve the y. Then this part you will say y plus 6 is less than, equal than 0, okay? Go ahead. Shirley. Y plus 6 is less than, equal than 0. We will drop down.
Y is less than.
Hold on.
Y is less than.
X will equals negative. The thing inside is negative. You get rid of the absolute value, you will have negative of this, correct? Negative 5, absolute value is negative 5. The inside is negative, so you have negative of y plus 6. The guy inside is negative. Yes.
Y plus 2.
Correct? Yes. Everybody, if you understand up to here, please show me a sum up. If you understand what we are doing here, please show me a sum up. Okay. So you get x is equals y plus 6. Then x minus 6 equals to y. Got it? This gives you the inverse function. Under the situation saying x is less than, equal than negative 6. Does this make sense?
I'm still kind of confused. Wait,
Yeah, I know. First time everybody is confused, okay? That's why we have several examples to let you keep joining until over a sudden you say, oh, I got it. That's why Algebra 2 EC is way more harder. This is different level math. I'm not kidding, okay? Algebra 2 is way more harder than Algebra 1. And this is just the beginning. I'm going to call other student do this with me, okay? If you have good notes, you can choose different color. If you don't, please pick a different color pen so that you can split this into two parts work, make yourself clear. So Samasa,
Yeah. Okay.
we solve the inverse function.
Mm-hmm.
So we copy down. Okay, so far so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then change y to x.
Mm-hmm.
Change x to y. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now we want to solve this y. You want to solve this y. This is inside the f value. You are not able to solve your y directly. So you have to talk about the guy positive or negative so that you can get rid of this. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Y minus 2 is equal to or greater
no,
than?
greater than equal than 0.
Oh, greater to or equal to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then x will be?
This will be, oh wait.
The guy inside is positive.
Uh-huh.
The positive guy, after the absolute value, you can ignore the absolute value if you know it's already positive. Yes or no?
So, yeah. Okay. So it's just x equals y plus 1.
So x equals to y plus 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then go. The y is?
So y is x, 1 minus x.
No,
X
y is
plus
x
1.
minus 1, right? Correct?
Wait, why is it?
Of course.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I get it. Sorry.
So y is x minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your, if this is a simple question, not like this, you already have your inverse, right? That's your inverse, easy. But this is not a simple one. This has to have the condition. Your function inverse is this, based on that thing to be true. And that thing is you make your y is greater than or equal than 2. The y is greater than or equal than 2 so that this thing is true. And this y is this original guy's x. You switch xy here. So this guy come to here is x is greater than or equal than 2. Got it? So your inverse function has to be paired with the original one. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So you copy down. I tell you, yesterday, first, all the 10 students, nobody understand. And then after the example here, 3 or 4 students understand. And then at the end of the class, there are students, still 6, 7 students still don't understand. And then today, they watch the video, and then almost everyone understand. So don't be frustrated. This is high-level math. It's supposed to make students to feel depressed, okay?
Okay.
I'm not kidding. The higher you go, those AP Physics 1, AP Physics C, and AP Calculus BC, that's the class to make students get depression, okay? That is your inverse function. You get here. Next, Grace. Let's do over here, okay, Grace. If you do the same thing as what Samantha did, but you just switch this thing and then you do your new version. Go ahead. Let's change that.
Y minus 2 is less or equal to 0.
Yes.
So then you would do like the negative version of what she did. So
Yes.
x would equal negative y plus 2 plus 3.
I will put additional step, okay?
Okay.
X
So
equal.
negative y plus 5.
Plus 2, plus 3,
Oh,
plus 5.
plus
Yeah,
2.
good. You're correct. And then you solve this. So y equals
negative x plus 5.
perfect. This go to left, this go to right, so you get this. You cannot directly say this is the inverse. Not yet. You have to including the original function and the restriction. So you will put the original function back here. What you put here? Restriction.
X, it only happens when x is less or equal to 2.
Good. You got it. Then your inverse function equals to negative x plus 5. Everybody, look in front of the camera. If after question 15, you think you understand this a little bit, look at the camera. You can knock your head if you start to understand this question. Yeah. Okay. Then you do number 16 by yourself. I leave the example 14 and 15. And then you do the number 16. Okay. Trust me, if I'm not able to make you understand this part, I don't think your school's teacher can make you understand this part. On the left part is your next year's AP pre-calculus. Yeah, you can tell this kind of math question make people like vomiting, right? You are climbing this. So you want to make your foundation here so that next year you are able to handle this kind of question. If your feeling to math is like just a simple calculation, those numbers operation, no, not at all. To a certain level, your math work is just like writing an essay, and you have to follow the style. So those things The thing I teach you is to train you to be able to get used to this high level math. One day, you need to do something like this, okay? You need to do something like this. This is horrible. If you train yourself to get used to writing this, follow certain ways, then you will be able to handle those calculus BC in 2 years with me, okay? You have to train yourself being able to do this tedious work. This is very tedious, okay? I train many girls can reach to this level. Chloe, it's almost perfect. Just one more thing. Chloe, find another different color pen, okay? And put this. Your restrictions are based on the original function. So your final result, this is the thing you should box at the end. This is the thing you should box it at the end, okay? This is the thing you should box at the end. This is the thing you should box at the end. I'm looking for these two similar boxes, but with the correct matching. Yeah, Grace, immediately you got correct. Everything perfect. Yeah, Elizabeth, yes, that's perfect. I like it. Julie, please. This restriction is based on this. This restriction is based on this. Yeah, you show this thing, your school's teacher has no way to take off your points. Okay, I'm not kidding. In class, when the teacher grades this part, they take off students' points so badly, so badly. You don't show that thing, they take 50% off. You don't show that thing, there's zero. Other people? Yes, Shirley. If possible, please box your final answer, okay? If you finish number 16, go ahead, try the number 18 one more time, okay? Today's topic, everybody has to truly understand. When you truly understand, then you will be able to handle the thing in the future. very soon, okay? Not in the future, just in a few weeks. You will do this thing. Yeah, you don't get what we are learning here. The quadratic one, you still have trouble. You have to follow this format. Thank you, Samantha. If any of you want to do with me together, you're welcome to unmute yourself, okay? Let's do this together.
Could you explain?
Yeah, let's do it, okay? Don't be afraid. It's just follow the certain format, just like your ELA, you have to remember the pattern. So you first make y equals, right? And then y to x, x to y. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you want to solve the y. You cannot solve this y until you get rid of this. So you cannot have your y yet. So you want to talk about when y plus 4 is greater than equal than 0. So y is greater than equal than who? -4, right?
-4. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is positive. So your x equals to who?
Y.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
negative.
Because
Yeah,
the guy is
parentheses.
positive. So you have this,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Negative y minus 4 plus 10.
Yes. Which is?
Negative y plus 6.
Yes. And then negative put the other side become positive. So y equals?
Negative x minus 6.
No, plus 6. Negative to the left, x to the right, 6 keep it. Correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you cannot directly write down this inverse yet. You have to put the restriction. This guy's y is this guy's x. Okay? This guy's y is this guy's x. Do you agree? You switch y and x here, right?
Mhm.
So this guy is y plus 4 greater than 0, means the original guy x plus 4 is greater than 0, right?
Mhm.
So you copy down the original function. You put a comma. You put x what? Greater than equal than negative 4, right?
Mhm.
And then you can put f inverse equals to that, correct?
Yeah.
Got it?
Mhm. How do you do
That
the
makes
restrictions?
restriction.
Yeah.
The guy here
Mhm.
is the inverse function's restriction, but you have to use the original one because this is the original function, so you have to put x. You just change this to be x.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you get this. And
Yeah.
this is your blue box.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then you will do the other parts. And then you do the other parts. You will write down. You understand now?
Mhm.
You can write down the other parts by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to check other people's work, okay? Oh, by the way, who want me to call you to work on the purple parts before we finish class? We have last 17 minutes. Who want to do the other parts? To make sure you get it clear. Samantha, you want to do it? Okay. Yeah, I think you got it. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. You know, Samantha, 2 years ago, I teach a student. That student does not learn math with me very early, like other kids here learn Algebra 1 with me, okay? And geometry and then Algebra 2. Same level like you. But that girl worked crazily hard. Every time I ask her, anybody want to do with me? She's like you, always volunteer. And you know where she go? She went to Wharton, UPenn. Yeah, that's the most difficult business school of the whole world. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you need to be aggressive so that you get all the teachers' best recommendation letter. Go.
Okay, so for the second part, it's gonna be y plus 4 is equal to or less than 0.
Yes.
So for the inverse function, you change it into x equals that absolute value y plus 4 plus 10.
Hey, negative and negative, right?
Yeah.
Very good. I think you got it. Equals
Is yeah. So
y
basically,
plus 4 plus 10. Yeah.
so then you change that into, you isolate y and change that into y equals x minus 14.
Yes.
And then you copy the original one.
Yes.
So
Hold on. I'm going to be lazy, okay? I'm going to be lazy because I have these good notes, which is good. I'm going to change this. Look. Okay? Yeah.
then you set the limitation to
Yeah.
x equal to or less than -4.
Yes.
And then it should be the inverse of the function is equal to x minus 14.
Yes. Very good. So all the girls here, if you truly understand this question, look at the camera, smile. If you feel much better for this question, give me a smile. Okay, I can tell, okay? This kind of smile cannot be faked. Yeah. If you truly understand it, you get relaxed and you can smile. Okay? Yes, surely that's such a good smile. Samantha, that's beautiful. Grace, all the girls. Yeah. When you guys like just now, when I first talk about this first question, I see everybody is like, that's bad. That's bad. You feel sad, I can tell, okay? So based on the camera, I can tell you truly understand or not. Try your best, push yourself. Girls can handle all the hard course as boys, okay? You know, in high school, a lot of boys, they are so mean to girls. They thought they can handle those very high level math, science, and girls cannot, you know? Don't let them think that way. We can also do it, okay? I will be able to push all the girls here to that level, okay? As long as you listen to my instruction and push yourself harder. Don't give up so easily. You feel that hard, then you cry, then you give up. Then you never can move on, you know? Next. We did this before. We did this before, okay? Let me call student. Or first, go ahead, okay? Do this. I know you guys did this before. Do number 20 by yourself. Do number 20. Julia, you unmute yourself. Yeah, because you missed many classes. Look at this. You want to move the x term to the other side, okay? Yeah. And you leave this. And you move the x minus 5 to the other side, so you have a negative in front, right? And then you minus 2. So far, so good? And then you times a negative 1 for everybody. Go. What do you have?
Absolute value y minus 4.
Okay.
And
Hold
then
on. You know, I'm lazy, okay? So I will duplicate. I have several hundred students follow me using this software. Correct? You switch. Don't let the alligator eat you, okay? And then look at this. You will have that thing, remember? Yes? Okay. I'm going to write down the middle, and then you tell me the left and the right. Go.
So the one on the right is x minus 5 and then plus 2. The one on the left is negative x minus 5 and then minus 2.
Good. And then you can separate this. you put the and, okay?
Mhm.
So again, from here, what do? You can plus 4 to the other side, right?
Mhm.
Which become
Negative x minus 5 and then plus 2.
less than y, right?
Mhm.
So, which means y is greater than, we want to put y on the left. We copy this,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And this, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So,
So
go
plus
ahead.
4.
Yes. Correct?
Yeah.
Who is this? What's a vertex? Vertex is something like this. The graph of this has a vertex at 5, 2. The graph of this has a vertex of 5, 6. This is positive, means your absolute value is open up. This is negative, means your absolute value is going down. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the end. You are below this one. You are above this one. And there's no equal, so you put it as dash and you shade between. Got it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Some people say, hey, this time you're shading. Previously, you don't allow us to shading. Previously, they ask you a function. This one ask you find the solution for the system of inequality. That's called system of inequality. That's not a function. Okay?
Mhm.
If you finish 20, send me your work. Pay attention to your dash line. Pay attention to the steps you present. You guys know the digital ICT, right? What's the difference between the paper ICT and digital ICT? Do you know that?
The paper one doesn't adapt to like you as you move on.
Yeah. Before the digital ICT, I trained several hundred students to get the perfect ICT math score. Each year, I have at least 10 students being able to get the perfect score. After they changed to the digital ICT, I tell you, even the top 1% student at Clemens, they don't get a perfect ICT score for the first time. Even those students who get a math competition national level cannot get a perfect ICT math. That's how strange it is. How do we do it? How do we get perfect in math? Your math need to reach this level. They do the adaptive one. When you do good, they search those hard level, the hardest level question, and dump to you. They are searching. As long as you do good each time, they are going to update the level higher and higher to knock you down. So you have to make yourself upper than those levels. They do ask a lot of absolute value question. I'm not kidding. They ask a lot of absolute value stuff. Let me show you something, okay? This is called a weird question. That is my collection. This is some ICT weird question. I'm not kidding. Even those very good students, very top students, they don't get it correct. Yeah, this is some kind of like a weird question. Even very top student cannot get it immediately correct. It takes time. It takes a long time. Each question in ICT, 1.5 minutes. Hey, look, this is the interesting question. We learned geometry. Okay, let me challenge you guys. Yeah. Most students here learn geometry with me, except Samantha. Yeah, all the other people learned geometry with me. Okay. Grace. This is a regular hexagon. The parameter is 6a. So this is how much?
A.
A. Everybody is A. Some people say the shaded area can use this whole thing minus this. Do you agree? This,
say that
the
again.
shaded area is this whole thing area minus the middle one. That's true, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Grace, is this a square?
No.
Other people who think this is a square, who think this is not a square. If you think this is square, smile. If you think this is not square, be angry. If you think this is square, smile. Okay. This is definitely not a square. I have so many students think this is square. They start wrong, okay? How can this be a square? This is A, this is A. This is 120, this is 60, this is 30. That is A, this is 1/2 A. This is 1/2 A. This is square root 3 times 1/2 of A. That and that not equal. This plus is much less than this. This is definitely not a square. A lot of people treat this as a square and totally mess up this question. Don't suppose this is square, okay? Go back to this.
Oh, when you graph when this is graph, there's no slope.
Oh, hold on. What's your question?
When you graph like the
What's the
solution
slope?
set,
The slope here
yeah.
in front, there's no number, which means 1. So this is 1. Rise over the wrong
Okay.
is 1. This is going down 1. So it's a 45 degree. But not always 1. That guy is 2. That guy is 2. See? Going up by 2, down by 1. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's going on. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Yeah. Yesterday's class, half a student don't understand this. But this class, I think almost everyone get it. Okay? Nice job. Did I post this? So I want you guys to pay attention, okay? If your school give this major test, you really want to pay attention this worksheet I give to you. If you truly understand every single question, you should easily get a high grade for that test. Okay, let me post this, okay? But don't share my stuff to any other people, all right? Let me make this folder. I'll change this name later. So you definitely want to work on every single question I show on this page. Okay, just make sure if your school give you this test, you can definitely get it perfect. Because I think there are same level question in the real test at your school. if you are 4-band ISD students. But if you are a student from DeBakey, that's another very competitive school in Houston area. I think those tedious, tough questions will also help you to improve your grade for Algebra 2 honor class. Okay, any question before I finish today's class? No question? Next week, we will come to a totally new topic. We will do this. Who did linear programming in Algebra 1? If yes, raise your hand. Any people did linear programming in Algebra 1? Did you see this kind of question before? No. Okay. Okay, we will talk about this very long, tedious words problem. Okay? Yeah. You might see this in the real SAT. I'm not kidding. They try to find out all kinds of tricky, weird questions in those digital ICT to stop you getting grade above 750. Okay, so we will talk about the linear program next week, and we will also start the system linear equation. Yeah, we will start the system linear equations 3 variables. Maybe we can do the matrix next week. It depends on how students do in the class. All right, give me a big smile, okay? Your girls, amazing. You can handle this in this class. I don't worry about you. Yesterday, I worried half of the students, okay? Now, you guys are good, very good, okay? See you next week.
Bye. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.